Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video doing an unboxing, review, and initial installation of the iCasso hard shell case for the MacBook Pro 13-inch model for specifically the years 2016 to 2020, which corresponds with my M1 MacBook Pro. I've been using hard shell cases on my MacBook Pro ever since I got them. Previously, I've been using the Mosiso cases. However, routinely, pretty consistently, the edges of the corners tend to crack, and that's usually from pulling the hard shell case or the laptop out of my soft shell sleeve, and so it catches on the edge and cracks. And then most recently, when I installed the Mosiso case on my MacBook Pro, it broke within like the first month, which was pretty quick. And so I wanted to try a different case this time. And so this is the brown wood grain model. You can currently get this on Amazon for about $18. They've got a wide variety of like options and styles. I went with this because, as you can tell, I've got like a walnut design throughout my apartment, and I thought it would correspond best as far as the look and feel, as far as elegance and things like that. And so what we'll do in this video is I'll first show you what the Mosiso case looks like on my MacBook Pro. I'll take it off, show you the damage that's encompassed over time with that, and what I've experienced. Then we'll walk through installing this. As always, if you're interested in potentially purchasing this, I'll leave links in the description below. But this is currently the Mosiso case. This is their navy blue color. It's kind of like this pseudo shiny finish. But I've had this on my computer, I don't know, maybe about a year. I'd have to look back at when I installed it on the last video. But routinely, the issue I have is I get the corner caught when I'm pulling out the computer from my laptop sleeve, and it catches here and it cracks it. And so most recently this broke within the first month, and as you can tell, it happened on that corner as well, a little bit on this corner, and then on this corner as well. And so if you take off the case, you can see that one, it falls off much easier, so it doesn't click as easily into place, so it's like not as easy on, but it's basically damaged in all those different places, which I'm not really concerned as it compromising the protection immediately. However, I read a review a while ago where somebody had a situation like this where it cracked, and one of these pieces cracked and actually got between the laptop screen and the keyboard, and so when they went and closed it, they actually shut it down and broke the screen in the process. And so that's one consideration with that, is whenever it starts cracking, just replace it. It's relatively cheap, but it does protect the laptop a little bit better. And so that's the issue I've had. I've had that routinely happen with the Mosiso case every probably 9 months or so. I'm not entirely sure the full time period. And then we got to get this bottom off. But as far as the M1 MacBook Pro, I haven't taken this case off in, I mean, probably like a year since the last time I put it on, but it looks pretty good. No scratches, anything like that. There's some like dirt and debris from stuff getting on here, so I'll definitely clean it up, and then we'll walk through installing this. Okay, so this is what the laptop looks like after cleaning it. So I wiped it down pretty good. So basically no scratches whatsoever. The edges all look clean and crisp. So the Mosiso case has done a good job from that standpoint as far as protecting it. Additionally, the Mosiso case did have a keyboard cover. As you can see, there's a little bit of kind of wear from just routine use on the keys, which I've had this for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years at this point. And then the one thing that the Mosiso case does come with is it does come with the screen protector for the screen. So that's a nice feature where it can protect, like it's an additional level of protection. I don't know if the iCasso one has a screen protector, so I did not take that off yet. But usually, I don't know if we can get it dark, but there's some residual like kind of wear on the screen from the keys where you can see it, but like when you're using it routinely, you can't really see it. Like there's some glaze there if you look closely. But that's the case and kind of what it looks like after the Mosiso case. Now what we'll do is we'll open this up. Okay, so this is the screen protector, okay? In order to install this, given we're not gonna do it in the video, what I recommend doing is wiping it down, making sure you have like an alcohol-based wipe, cleaning the screen entirely. On the top here, there's gonna be an insert here for the camera, so you wanna make sure it's lined up with the screen like this way, where it's lined up to the top so that it covers it doesn't cover the camera, so that like cutout is there. If you don't do that, if you do like Zoom calls or something like that, there's gonna be a haziness to it and the screen or like the imaging's not gonna be as good. Then additionally, they have a dry towel too, so you get rid of any bubbles or any dust. Make sure there's absolutely no dust on the screen. If there is any dust, when you put this on, you're gonna get bubbles and it's gonna not look great. And you really can't correct it. Once it's on, what happens is once the film attaches, like the dust is just gonna stick to the screen protector, and then it's just gonna, like when you reinstall it somewhere else, it's gonna happen again. So just be patient, wipe down the screen, make sure it's clean, make sure there's no dust. I think they didn't include a sticky pad, but if you have some sort of sticky pad, you can use that as well to eliminate the dust. And then on one side, peel, yeah, so after completed. So on one side it says peel off after completed, and then this side is the one that the upper lens protector is at the top, so they kind of walk through it. On the red side here is step 1, where it says that you peel this off, install it, line it up entirely, put it on firmly, and then you peel off this side as well. So we won't do that in the video, but I did want to emphasize that and walk through that. All right, now as far as the other content, so you've got a keyboard inserts. So we'll just do that immediately. There's going to be 2 separate keyboard inserts. One's going to be if you have like your traditional keypad without the escape key and the smart bar there, which is not this one, so we don't need that one. And then this one's going to be the one that installs directly, and really all you have to do is install it, is just push it down like that, and this sits on the keys. The benefit though here is that it provides an added level of protection, so if you spill anything on the surface, it doesn't spill directly onto the keyboard. Additionally, it gives you the look of like this wood grain pattern to go with the rest of it, and then the last thing is it really prevents dust or grime or anything from getting inside, and it kind of minimizes wear on the keyboard itself. So that's what the keypad looks like. It's not centered entirely, and it'll move a little bit, but like once you have it flush, it usually sits pretty still. I've had the other one and it's really unnoticeable from that standpoint, but that's what that looks like with the installation of that. Okay, and then next up we'll install the actual case. And so there's going to be 2 components of the case. This is relatively straightforward. And so this is the wood grain texture. Typically what you see here is there's going to be a lip on one side, so yeah, here. There's going to be a lip here, okay? And then there's going to be no lip on the other side, all right? How to install this is you want the lip to sit around the screen on the top. And so if you look at the MacBook Pro, there's no lip on this side. And so if you put the lip side, which is this side downwards, it's not going to click into place. And so what you want to do is flip it around, okay? Have it so the screen's opening away from you. Get this lip part, okay, to click on top here, all right? Once it clicks, then you just firmly press and it snaps into place. And so that's all you have to do as far as installing the top. And it lifts up immediately, no issues. And if you see on the screen, sorry, the angle is a little bit hard, it snaps on top of the screen here, and so it clicks into place. So it's secure there and snug without any issues, which is great. And then lastly is putting the bottom on. The bottom itself, it's gonna have grooves for where the venting system is. It's pretty straightforward there. And very similarly, there's a lip here, and then 2 lips in the front, and there's an opening in the front. So all you have to do is align it like this, so the venting is pointing away from you, and then snap this into place, all right? And specifically, you have to slide it on the back corner here, and so sometimes you can't get it on all the way initially, and so sometimes you have to open it and get it secure that way. So it's just like manipulate it, make sure it's all secure, and then you have to press down firmly, very carefully, not too hard, and it should snap into place around this, like this lip should slide on here. And so I don't want to break the laptop, but usually you have to press, yeah, there you go. And then you press very carefully. It's like almost pressing too hard. All right, so it took more force than I wanted, but ultimately I just had to press a little bit harder than I felt comfortable with pressing on my laptop, but that case is on now. So it's basically a seamless design. All the edges are in place, it's snapped into place, so it works really well. So this is what the wood grain pattern looks like. It really does look like wood. This is walnut wood for my keyboard like rest, and you can show this side by side, and like it's very similar. Sorry, it looks very similar. So it's almost like it is real wood, and that's the reason why I got this. Is just I've got a lot of wood grain texture in my apartment, and I needed a new case, so I thought this would be the best option. Additionally, the bottom here does not have the wood grain pattern, so it's just basically this like dark grayish color there. So that's that. And then lastly, I did want to emphasize that there are rubber stoppers on each corner here. There's a little groove here for that you can, what's it called? Like that prevents it from sliding a little bit. They also include an extra set. So if you notice one of these falling off, they give you an extra. There's ports on the side for all the areas where you charge and everything like that. So it's really nice from that standpoint. And then I'm kind of deciding whether I want to install a sticker. People did kind of give criticism for this, that online on the Amazon listing, it shows that the backlighting illuminates the Apple icon. However, in person or in real life, it doesn't happen. But I have these iPad stickers for my iPad, or my Apple stickers for my iPad Pro, and I think I'm leaning towards not doing it just because it just would stand out a little bit too much and kind of be fake-ish. So I'm gonna lean towards not doing it just because I like the look of this. Without the sticker. But that's all I have for this video. So this is the iCasso case for the MacBook Pro 13-inch model. I really like the look of this wood grain texture. It's actually got like a texture to it where it feels very smooth, like wood. Like it feels exactly like my wrist rest, which is pretty cool from that standpoint. This is only $18. It definitely protects your laptop, as you can show. It's very comparable to the Mosiso case, so we'll have to see how it holds up as compared to it and whether this is virtually a similar product versus better protection. And I'll circle back and kind of give you feedback as far as its longevity and functionality. But thank you for watching. If you have questions about installations, just let me know. I'd be happy to answer them, and have a great day.